Funny how babies laugh a lot, or toddlers.
Joel Osteen was born on March 5th, 1963, in Houston, Texas, into a family deeply rooted in faith and determination. He was one of 6 children in a household where hope, prayer, and perseverance were constants. His father, John Osteen, had been a Southern Baptist pastor, but chose a new path in 1959, founding what would become Lakewood Church. Joel's mother, Dodie, stood by his father's side, offering unwavering support through every challenge. Growing up, Joel witnessed the profound impact of faith in action, especially when his older sister, Lisa, was born with significant disabilities. This early experience shaped the family's dedication to healing and service, which would later define the heart of Lakewood Church. His siblings each pursued paths that reflected a blend of faith and purpose. Lisa eventually became an associate pastor at Lakewood, while his brother, Paul, balanced a career in medicine with missionary work. The humble beginnings of Lakewood Church. Lakewood Church started in the most modest way possible. On Mother's Day in May 1959, John and Dodie opened a small congregation in an old feed store in northeast Houston with just 234 seats. Initially named Lakewood Baptist Church, the Baptist designation was soon dropped, reflecting a broader mission focused on faith, healing, and community. By the end of the 1970s, the church had grown to over 5,000 members, transforming into a movement that drew people seeking hope and inspiration. Joel's early path. Joel Osteen's early years were quiet and behind the scenes. He graduated from Humble High School in 1981, and unlike many future pastors, was not naturally drawn to preaching. He initially studied radio and television communications at Oral Roberts University, but left after less than a year. At 19, Joel returned to Houston, not to preach, but to help expand his father's vision through media. He launched Lakewood's television ministry, producing broadcasts with meticulous care and attention. Over 17 years, Joel built a polished professional media platform that shaped how audiences saw Lakewood, long before he ever stepped onto the pulpit himself. Family lessons in faith was central to Joel's upbringing, and his family's experience deeply influenced him. In 1981, his mother Dodie was diagnosed with terminal cancer, but through determination and support, she survived. Moments like these were formative, showing Joel that perseverance, hope, and prayer were more than words. They were a lifestyle. Observing his father inspire thousands while balancing challenges at home gave Joel a unique education in leadership and communication. Stepping into the spotlight. Joel initially resisted following in his father's footsteps. John Osteen often encouraged him to preach, but Joel deferred, believing his father's experience was unmatched. However, in January 1999, Joel delivered his first sermon, sharing family stories, humor, and personal reflections. Just a week later, his father passed away suddenly, leaving a leadership gap at Lakewood Church. Despite lacking formal training in preaching or theology, Joel stepped into the role of senior pastor on June 7, 1999. His relatability and authenticity resonated with people, and the congregation began to grow rapidly. Expansion and media influence. Under Joel's leadership, Lakewood Church experienced extraordinary growth. Within 5 years, weekly attendance swelled from 6,000 to nearly 30,000. Joel strategically increased spending on television broadcasts, billboards, and other media, ensuring the church's message reached millions globally. Recognizing the need for a larger venue, he led the church in leasing and renovating the former Houston Rockets arena. The space, later purchased outright, was transformed into a state-of-the-art sanctuary with classrooms, media rooms, and a welcoming environment for worshipers. By 2010, Lakewood had become a global powerhouse, drawing tens of thousands of attendees each week and millions more via television and online platforms. The message of positivity. Joel Osteen's sermons are known for their uplifting and motivational style. He focuses on hope, gratitude, and self-worth, emphasizing the power of faith in everyday life. This approach contrasts with traditional preaching on sin and judgment, and while it has drawn both praise and criticism, it is undeniably connected with millions. His book, Your Best Life Now, released in 2004, became a bestseller, eventually selling over 4 million copies worldwide. The success of this book and subsequent publications, along with speaking tours and media appearances, helped Joel establish a brand that extends beyond Lakewood Church. Personal life and partnership. Joel met Victoria in 1985 while visiting a jewelry store in Houston. Victoria, a psychology student at the time, shared values of faith and service. They married in 1987 and have been partners in both life and ministry for nearly 4 decades. Victoria began by supporting behind the scenes, but over time, she emerged as a leading voice within Lakewood, founding the women's ministry and authoring her own best-selling book, Love Your Life. Together, Joel and Victoria have built a life centered on family, faith, and service, raising 2 children, Jonathan and Alexandra, who have become integral to Lakewood's music and youth ministries. Family and legacy. Joel and Victoria's children grew up immersed in faith and creativity. Jonathan pursued film studies but was deeply involved in worship music, composing and performing alongside his sister Alexandra. Both now contribute to Lakewood's services and outreach, representing the next generation of the Osteen family and ministry. Their participation ensures that Lakewood continues to evolve while remaining connected to its founding values of hope, community, and inspiration. The prosperity message. Central to Joel Osteen's approach is the belief that faith can bring personal growth, opportunity, and fulfillment. His teaching emphasizes living with hope, avoiding debt, and focusing on health and well-being. While this perspective resonates with millions, it also sparks debate. Critics argue that it simplifies traditional Christian teachings, focusing more on encouragement than on spiritual rigor. Nevertheless, Joel's approach has created a global following, proving the widespread appeal of a faith rooted in positivity and possibility. Church growth and influence. Lakewood Church today reaches over 40,000 attendees each week, with millions more tuning in online or via television. Joel's media strategies, including appearances on mainstream shows and speaking tours, have expanded the church's influence worldwide. The church's programs, such as Night of Hope events, allow attendees to experience encouragement and community in large, energetic gatherings, reinforcing the church's focus on personal growth and hope. Financial transparency and criticism. Lakewood Church operates with an annual budget of roughly $90 million. While some question the allocation of resources, including television broadcasts, events, and administrative costs, supporters highlight the global reach and impact of the church's work. Joel and Victoria Osteen do not take a salary from Lakewood, with their personal wealth derived primarily from books, speaking engagements, and merchandise. Despite public scrutiny, they emphasize the importance of faith-driven stewardship and reaching people worldwide with a message of hope. Community engagement and challenges. Lakewood Church has been involved in community outreach, responding to local emergencies, and providing support to those in need. While past responses have occasionally faced public criticism, the church continues to prioritize programs that promote hope, aid, and service. Lakewood's approach reflects a balance between large-scale media influence and community engagement, striving to make a difference in practical and spiritual ways. Continuing the mission. Joel and Victoria Osteen's leadership continues to shape Lakewood Church, blending tradition with modern communication and outreach strategies. Victoria's ongoing work, including her recent book and podcast, adds a dynamic voice to the ministry. Joel remains a globally recognized pastor and motivational speaker, guiding millions with a message of hope, positivity, and faith in a brighter future. Conclusion. From a small feed store in Houston to a global platform watched by millions, Joel Osteen's story is one of faith, perseverance, and media-savvy vision. His message emphasizes hope, gratitude, and self-belief, reaching people who might not otherwise connect with traditional church settings. Alongside Victoria and their children, Joel continues to lead Lakewood Church with a focus on inspiration, community, and possibility. The church's growth and influence reflect the power of faith, combined with thoughtful communication, demonstrating that the reach of hope can extend far beyond the walls of any building.